Charles Purcell presents.
Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Shepherds, why this jubilee? Why your joyous strains prolong? What the gladsome tidings be, which inspire your heavenly song? Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. In excelsis Deo.
When I was a kid, I loved Christmas for all the obvious and traditional reasons. Decorating the tree and the candy and the fun of playing in the snow and ice skating, you know, all of it. The TV specials and movies, Charlie Brown and Rudolph and the Grinch, and of course, the presents. Santa Claus. Christmas morning was, well, I don't have to tell you, special, right? I was a religious kid, too. I had my own Bible given to me on my first communion. I prayed to Jesus. Up until about the age of 10, I wanted to be a priest when I grew up. I was into it. The story of the Nativity and baby Jesus and the manger and the angels and the wise men, I loved it. I sang in the church youth choir at the candlelight midnight mass at St. Peter's. Totally bought in. I mean, Christmas hit on all cylinders. But then I got older. By the time I was about 13, I began to have serious doubts about the whole thing, especially the part about God favoring some of us and sending the others to hell. I didn't like that. And by the time I moved away from home and went to college, I was a devout atheist. And when it came to Christmas, for a while, I lived in a kind of cognitive dissonance. I kept all the love for the season and even kept up all the traditions. even as a young adult atheist. But that couldn't last forever. With each year, I got a little sadder. I thought I couldn't love Christmas, like it wasn't mine anymore, like I was a hypocrite. But over the years, I did some studying on it and picked up a little more information until I learned that all the traditions, the lights and the tree and the gifts and all of it, predated Christianity. They were pagan traditions, all about the solstice. Symbols and rituals that the church mucky-mucks stole from the pagans they were trying to convert. Just because I wasn't a Christian anymore was no reason to give up my love for Christmas. In fact, it was just the opposite. I could rightfully reclaim the traditions as my own because they weren't any more Christian than I was. They were stolen, and damn it, I'll just take them back. And so that's what I did. I reclaimed all the Christmas traditions as my own, and the fear of being a hypocrite was gone. The cognitive dissonance was gone. And over time, I could even sit comfortably with my whole Christian upbringing because, well, that's just how I was raised. That's fine. Especially when I learned about the different categories of Jews. Orthodox, traditional, secular, you know. Some Jewish folks refer to themselves as cultural Jews. And a lot of cultural Jews, it turns out, are atheists, just like me. So I thought of myself in those terms. Okay, I'm a cultural Catholic. And for me, that just means that my people ate Jell-O molds and casseroles and fish on Fridays. My dad was a member of the Knights of Columbus, and nuns would whack my knuckles if I wised off in class. And on Sunday morning, we put on our nicest clothes and went to church and nodded off during the sermon and then went home to watch football. And we observed the annual holidays, especially Easter. But Christmas was the top dog of all holidays. Nothing wrong with that. It was so liberating. I could happily reject all the sky god stuff and the misogyny and the guilt. Well, the guilt is set pretty deep. That's an ongoing struggle. But I could reject all of that wackadoodle religious mumbo-jumbo and really feel comfortable in my skin. So the whole Christmas dilemma I was facing had a happy ending. In fact, it was even better than that, because when I learned more and more about the winter solstice and what it means both scientifically and culturally, and how the real and rational science of the earth, the sun, and the moon, and the tides, and the cultural significance of the holidays that followed the celestial calendar, even the spirituality of it, if I can use a dangerous word, how it all came together, well, I could really relate. It fit like a glove. It was totally me, and I shared it with a whole globe full of people and with millions and millions of people that came before us. This was good. This was in the pocket. Historians, anthropologists, and archaeologists still haven't figured out much detail about the earliest humans, but there's one thing they absolutely agree on. Rituals and ceremonies, expressed primarily through art, music, food, and above all stories, have been part of our story since the very beginning. Who am I to turn my back on that? So I invented my own little hybrid holiday. Several years ago, I made a point to combine my reclaimed pagan roots and the Catholic culture I was raised in. I decided that each year I would celebrate all the days from solstice to Christmas Day. I found a 5-candle holder, kind of like a 5-candle version of a menorah. I'd light the first candle on December 21st, if possible on the exact moment of solstice, and then light 1 candle each day until Christmas Day. A nice little 5-day ritual. Solstice plus Christmas equals Solstmas. See what I did there? And so I wish you happy solstice and Merry Christmas combined. Harry Solstmas. Get it? The mashup of happy and merry is Harry. You get it. Okay. Harry Solstmas. A one, a two, a one,
Here
two,
we
three,
go.
four.
All right, everybody ready? Oh, yeah. Let's sing this thing.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Come on, sing it now. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh.
Oh, that was cool.
O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ringing, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I'm singing jingle bells, come on, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride.
Tell me about it.
But soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank. Misfortune seemed his lot.
Uh-oh.
He got into a drifted bank, and then we got upside. I'm singing jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I'm gonna sing it. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Now the ground is white, go get it while you're young. Take the girls tonight and sing this sleighing song. Just get a bobtail, babe, 240 as you speed.
Oh, yeah.
Hitch 'em to an open sleigh and crack and take the lead. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. I'm gonna sing about jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Come on, sing about jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Come on now.
Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Oh, man. I remembered all the words. There it is.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
I need to report a case of identity theft.
All right, sir. Let's see what we can do for you.
It happens every year.
This has happened before?
Yes, every Christmas.
Okay, let me get some information. First, your name.
Claus.
Claus?
Yes, Claus. Santa Claus.
All right, Mr. Claus. You have reason to believe someone has stolen your identity?
Not just someone. Hundreds, thousands.
Whoa, slow down. What happened here? Have you had unauthorized charges on your credit card? Have they hacked your bank account?
No, nothing like that. I told you, they're stealing my identity.
Who's stealing your identity?
Who isn't stealing my identity? Guys at shopping malls and craft fairs, and bosses at office parties, and bell clangers panhandling on the corner for loose change.
I'm not sure I'm really equipped to do anything for you.
And the movies. Bad Santa, Violent Night. I mean, come on.
I can see how that might make you a little upset.
And the ads. My God, the ads. TV commercials and internet pop-ups and billboards. Have you seen the picture of what looks like me drinking Coke? My God, Coke. I don't drink that
Right,
poison.
yeah.
That
Okay,
stuff
okay.
will kill you, man.
Why don't you just take a seat over there for a minute, and I'll see if we can investigate
And
this.
eating M&Ms. I mean, yeah, I'm a little husky, but seriously, Coke and M&Ms?
Just-
I don't have a death wish.
Just right over there. Yeah, I'll get somebody on this. I've got others waiting in line.
They've even got me selling men's razors. Now, does that
Right,
make any
right.
damn
No,
sense at
sir.
all?
No, sir, just right over there.
The
Thanks.
Jim Beam, I can see. I mean, it's still not me, but at least I can relate.
Yes, sir. You just have a seat. Next.
I hope you can help me.
Another case of stolen identity.
Well, yes, I guess you could call it that. They stole my birthday,
They stole your birthday?
and they destroyed everything I stand for.
And who is they exactly?
Well, him for one.
You mean the gentleman I was just helping?
Yes.
Mr. Claus?
Yes, Santa Claus. He's right smack dab in the middle of it.
All right, back up a minute. Let me grab another form. Name?
Look, I don't have time for this. I just want to know what you're going to do about
your
this
name,
thing.
Your name, please.
Christ.
Christ?
Yes, Jesus Christ.
Jesus Christ.
Yes.
Okay, now what's your problem?
Well, don't you see? It's this guy here. He's stolen Christmas right out from under my feet.
And how exactly did he do that?
Well, Christmas was supposed to be about honoring my birthday and celebrating the universal love I represent, and a call for peace on earth and goodwill to all people, a time for reverence and awe.
Aw, that's nice.
Damn right it's nice, but it's all blown to hell with this orgy of consumerism and gluttony and envy and greed and every other deadly sin you can name. Somebody's got to be held responsible for this thing here.
Okay,
They've stolen Christmas.
Okay, Jesus, just calm down. We'll see what we can do for you. Please wait over there.
With him?
If you don't mind, I'll get right back to you. Next.
Hello,
Name?
Horace.
Horace what?
Just Horace.
Don't tell me. Identity theft, right?
Yes.
Date of birth?
December 25th, 3000 BC.
Place of birth?
Egypt. Under the star in the east.
Don't tell me. To a virgin mother, right?
Correct.
Well, as luck would have it, we have your thief right here. Jesus, you want to step over here, please? Yeah, Jesus, this is Horace. He says you stole his identity.
I most certainly did not.
No, he stole my identity.
Dionysus?
Hang on, let me get another form. Dionysus, born of a virgin on December 25th, 500 BC.
But what are you doing here?
I resurrected, of course.
Not so fast. Dionysus stole our identities.
Who are you?
I am Attis of Greece.
Mithra of Persia.
Born of a virgin on December 25th, 1200 BC.
I had 12 disciples and performed miracles.
Oh, how original. I was crucified
And dead for 3 days, then resurrected?
Krishna!
900 BC.
Okay, Krishna, 900 BC. That means Dionysus stole your identity, which you stole from Attis and Mithra, who stole it from Horus. And so that means, Jesus, you're the latest, so you stole it from everybody, I guess.
Hey, if you look it up, you can probably find like 1,000 more of these guys.
Shut up, Santa. Nobody asked you. And who are you to talk, Santa Claus? If that is your name, what about Father Christmas and St. Nicholas and Odin? You're no original. Odin? Norse pagan god.
Oh, right, yeah,
Hey,
Odin.
I'm just saying.
Hey, look, why don't you all get out of here and sort this thing out yourselves? Go across the street to the bar and have a drink and talk it over. It's Christmas Eve, after all.
Oh, cripes. Christmas Eve? I've got to get going.
Goodbye,
Bye, Santa!
Merry Christmas.
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas,
Santa
Santa
Claus!
Come on, guys. The first round is on me.
That sounds like a very good idea.
Oh, yes.
I am parched.
Very good.
Yes.
I haven't had a good
Drinks
drink
for
in
everyone.
Very nice
Can't
of you,
argue with
Jesus.
that.
Thank you very much. Yes.
After all,
This
all
was.
right,
Did
the
they
first
take
round,
American
right?
Express?
Oh, happy birthday to you, too.
You stole from
do
me,
that.
we stole from each other. What can I say?
Yes.
No, yes, I was crucified. Yeah.
No, crucified?
yeah.
No, I can't relate to that.
Yes, I was crucified. It hurt like hell, right?
Oh, Jesus. Did it ever?
What's that?
No. He was just saying Jesus, like you say Jesus. Like you do.
I get it. Right. That happens all the time. Does that happen to you guys?
No, don't have that
No. But in the 70s, I had that whole hippie at the airport thing that I had to deal with. Oh, you can't imagine all day long. Krishna. And the tambourines, they drive you crazy. Oh, all day long with the tambourines. Whatever happened to those guys?
Krishna.
Oh, yeah.
Winter chill is falling, there's flurries in the air. It's time I string the lights down on the old town square. It's a small town Christmas, When this town was growing older and the kids all moved away to the coast or the cities, oh, they'd always come and stay for a small town Christmas. The folks at the diner and the frost on the fields, they're catching the morning's first light. And the faithful at church always sang a sweet verse of Silent Night. Now December's wind is blowing, snow is drifting at the doors. It's the only thing that's moving by what used to be the stores. The drive-in movies closing, the bars and churches too. The grain co-op's been empty since 1982. It's a small town Christmas. Now I go out walking and all that I see are freeways and buildings and cars. There's a new dog track and a Walmart in back of the hill where we counted stars. My good friends George and Gina, a mile down the road, they're moving to Alaska where they say it ain't so cold. Those two were my last neighbors, I'm the only one to stay. Just me and my dog Bucky in a town that blew away. So now I'm a whole population of one. The mayor, the sheriff, the clerk. And on Christmas Day I'll kneel and I'll pray in my kitchen, which is now the church. Some men, they came to see me, said they had to have my land for the interstate they're building. But you know I'll make my stand. This world, it may be changing, but they can't change everything till the good Lord comes to take me. You better know I'm gonna cling to my small town Christmas. It's a small town Christmas.
Hi, this is George Bailey from Bailey Brothers Building and Loan. Through some sort of an accident, my company's short on its accounts by $8,000. So I'm asking for your help. Because if Henry F. Potter gets a hold of the building and loan, there'll never be another decent house built in this town. That warped, frustrated old man wants to keep you living in his rundown shacks and paying the kind of rent he decides. And how about if things aren't going so well and you can't make your payments? You think old man Potter would let you keep your house? Bailey Brothers won't foreclose. You take just as much time as you need. If we're still in business, that is, because without a quick $8,000, the party's over. Now, we can get through this thing all right. We've got to stick together, though. We've got to have faith in each other. We've got to raise 8,000 big ones, or I'll have to get it from Sam Wainwright, and I really don't want to take blood money from a war profiteer. Why my father ever started this cheap penny ante building and loan, I'll never know. But he did help a few people get out of Potter's slums, and what's wrong with that? So let old Bailey Brothers Building and Loan build your dream house today. And before you know it, Mary and I will be making that little speech in front of your brand new Bailey Park bungalow. Bread, that this house may never know hunger. Salt, that life may always have flavor. And wine, that joy and prosperity may reign forever. And 8,000 simoleons, that jail be not my fate. Merry Christmas!
When I was a boy, how I loved Christmas time. I reveled in all of its glory. The presents, the music, the lights and the love, and the wonder of God's greatest story. But as I grew wiser, I questioned my faith. Science and reason took hold. Afraid each December that lonely I'd be, an agnostic left out in the cold. So I turned to my teachers, my books, and my mind. I wrestled with all of my fear, and I learned a great lesson that comforts me now at this most precious time of the year. From the earliest stirrings of humans on earth, we looked up to the sun and the moon. Our ancestors feared the long, cold winter nights would relentlessly fashion their doom. They lit fires and torches, they tended the Yule, they weathered the longest night, and on winter solstice they danced and they sang when the darkness gave way to the light. It's from this old story, which all of us share, that religions and fantasies grew. Though preachers and merchants may try to lay claim, the story lives on inside you. Now I'm an agnostic who loves Christmas time. I revel in all of its glory. The presents, the music, the lights and the love, and the wonder of our greatest story.
This episode of Charles Bursell Presents is available right now wherever you find your podcasts. Or go to the website charlesbursell.com for the full archive and all the other series in the podcast family. Follow, comment, and contact me on Facebook and Twitter. Thanks to our flagship station, River West Radio, riverwestradio.com. Theme music composed and performed by Peter Donalds. From the New Arts and Media Studios in Milwaukee, I'm Charles Bursell.